early.
It's early. Second coffee of the day. Are you excited?
Look at the river.
We're in Costa Rica.
Hello. Hello.
So we left the homestead and now we're in paradise.
So we are now in Costa Rica, and if you've been following us for a while, you know that we traveled Mexico for 9 months and love Latin America, and originally had the intentions to explore a lot more of Latin America. But life happened, things changed, and after 2 years of not traveling, almost 2 years of not traveling, we're finally getting a little bit done again.
And it feels so good to be back traveling and kind of exploring that part of ourself again. I definitely say we're a little out of practice on traveling, which has been like a funny adjustment, but we're here and it feels great.
So how did this work? How did we leave the homestead? Well, first off, what we call the most challenging part of our life is Stetson. And we've been working with some little issues with Stetson and some reactivity problems and just like some desires of behavioral changes that we wanted. So we started looking into board and train programs. So that is what he's in right now. He's in a 5-week board and train program
with an awesome trainer, and we feel very, very confident, and we're already getting great updates from him and how he's doing. So we're feeling very comfortable that he's there and he's in little puppy school.
Yep. Then when it comes to other animals, our neighbors, our best friends over at Happy Jack's Homestead, they are helping us with that. They're awesome. We're incredibly thankful that we have them as neighbors and as friends. So yeah, that enabled that aspect, and then it's winter there, so we shut everything down.
We shut down the solar, we shut down the water lines, everything is out of commission, and we are just enjoying traveling for a whole month.
For this, we actually have a wedding in New York, and then we come back to Tennessee sometime towards the middle of February, end of February.
So what made us choose coming to Costa Rica for a month?
So, as we talked about before, we had a strong desire to travel more of Latin America, and just Costa Rica had always been on our brain as we had planned to travel down through Central America as a potential place to really check out, maybe move to originally. So, it's just a place that we really thought we were going to get to spend some time and get to know and kind of vibe out, and we never got to do it. So we thought with this opportunity of time, it was just a cool little chance to come here, check it out, and learn a little more about it.
Yeah, and Costa Rica has always been on my list since I was like literally 16. And if you guys don't know anything about me, I've been in the fitness world for that long. And Costa Rica obviously has a really, really big health and wellness community here. So me exploring that has always been on my list, getting into my yogas and stuff. So I was kind of looking for some of that zen, some of that vibe back in my life a little bit. So
She's been taking a yoga class every day since we got here.
So. It's like filling my cup of tea, which is awesome. I love taking it in an environment. Obviously, it's beautiful, so it definitely helps, but I love taking it in a group environment. And so I'm just really happy to be exploring that part of myself.
About Costa Rica is it is obviously, if you know anything about it, a huge expat haven, a place that a lot of expats move to. And some people that do that is to find affordable housing in a great climate, but a lot of people come here to Homestead, actually.
Yeah.
So it was something that we thought would be really, really cool to learn about. And like, ironically, our third or fourth night here, we ended up meeting an awesome girl, Allie, that's doing exactly that here with her dad.
And, which is so cool. And they've been doing it for a long time.
Yep.
And it's like seeing the similarities and the differences of how to homestead at this climate and in a different country than the United States.
And a lot of farming and agriculture here is just much different than it is in the United States to begin with. So there are large-scale commercial farms, obviously, but there's also much more localized, deep-rooted, like you grow some of your own groceries, you grow some of your own fruit. So you see that kind of everywhere on a micro level, which is really, really neat.
And another reason we came to Costa Rica was obviously the beauty, the beaches.
Don't know if you could see, but
very beautiful.
That's
and the climate. It is cold at home right now, so I'm very thankful that we are here. Because I was getting a little tired of the cold. You know, guys, I don't do very well at it, so I was getting a little tired of it. So it felt like the perfect time to kind of come and, you know, reset everything a little bit.
And with that beauty, something that I really love, especially when it comes to the ocean, is places in the world where the mountains come to the sea. And that is a lot of Costa Rica. I mean, right behind us is the sea and right in front of us is a mountain. So it's pretty awesome. All right, we could keep talking, but I'm getting hot. So before we keep talking, let's go jump in the water.
Let's go to the beach.
Incredibly warm year-round. I looked up the other day and it said the water temperature was 84 degrees. This is the Pacific side, so on the Pacific Ocean, and the temperature of the water here ranges from 80 to 80 degrees year-round. God, this water is great. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but that's like the mountains coming to the sea that I'm talking about. A lot of the Pacific coast of Mexico has it. A lot of the Pacific coast of Costa Rica has it. Ooh, the waves are getting big out here.
I feel so much better.
What they call a traveler, that's tan. European.
We are currently in Playa Dominical, but we didn't start our journey here. We actually started our journey over in Jaco Beach. So we flew into San Jose, took a shuttle to Jaco Beach, just spent 2 nights there. Jaco Beach is a very, very touristic area, but it was really nice because it kind of let us settle in, repractice our Spanish, which we haven't practiced in over 2 years, and just kind of get our lay of the land and take it really like vacation vibes. And then we took 2 local buses to get here. It was quite the journey, actually. It was a few hours of travel. I mean, I think 5 hours total throughout the day before we got to Playa Dominical, like our hippie dippy dream. It's very similar if you've ever been to Puerto Escondido or if you've been following us for a while. We backpacked Puerto Escondido in Mexico a few years back. It has that kind of vibe, just smaller than Puerto. And it's just hippy dippy surf town, really, really tranquilo, like low-key vibes, which me and Matt love. We have gotten so good at being able to chill out, which is awesome, because on the homestead we are just one after project after another. And since we've been here, we've just been keeping it really low-key, spending lots of time at the beach, taking long walks, swimming in the ocean, eating good food, making sure we're getting fruits and vegetables, and actually cooking. So it's been a really, really, really good time here. We've actually taken our first ever, well, not my first ever, but Matt's first ever surf lesson. And what an experience it was. It was life-changing. The guys who did it were amazing. It's the surf school in Dominical, so check them out if you want to take a surf class. I highly recommend. And it's just like, it was so fun. And that is just what they do, where they breathe surfing. So we were like, you know what? We're in the right place. Let's make it happen. And I actually think we did pretty good. So it's truly just been a blast to be here. And it just feels right. Like Matt said, like the mountains line up to the ocean. The palm trees are beautiful. There's vendors to buy things and do things, and places to eat out. You can eat, Costa Rican food, but there's also pizza, and there's also Indian food. So you have your options. And it's a little bit less touristic. It's still touristic, but it's a little bit less touristic than maybe like the peninsula of Costa Rica. So we so far are absolutely loving it here, and just kind of vibing out, enjoying like you guys saw, like at the beach, and just it feels like Perito.
And while we're here, we're spending most of our time in like the South Pacific region of Costa Rica. So a lot of people spend a lot of time on what's referred to as the peninsula. And while it seems like a really, really awesome area, we had a lot more interest in spending our time and really getting to know one specific area that we felt like the vibe would just kind of go with what we like to experience when we travel more. So after Dominical, we're going just 30 minutes south to a town called Uvita. It's where there's a really famous whale tail beach that when the tides go down to a certain level, the beach looks like a whale tail. So we'll just be bopping around there. We're not doing anything too crazy, but while we're in Uvita, I'll be celebrating just in a few days my 31st birthday. So we'll be doing a fun little ATV tour that'll bring us up through the mountains to some waterfalls, brings us through a coffee farm. So we're excited for that. And then we're gonna go into the mountains a little bit. There's a city, the second largest city in Costa Rica, is about an hour up into the mountains from where we are here now, and that's San Isidro. We'll be ascending the mountains about halfway to the Plantanillo, I believe it's called, Tinamaste area. And that's got a lot of people running small-scale farms and a lot of cool operations over there. We'll actually be staying on not quite a homestead, but like a little small-scale farm retreat place up in those mountains. From there, we'll be checking out the city of San Isidro. One, we want to check out a city in Costa Rica, and two, it's known to have the best farmers market or the best mercado in Costa Rica. So that really sparked a lot of our interest, and we figured since we'll be close, we'll make sure to book a place up there when that market will be going on. It's also a higher elevation, slightly cooler climate, and there's a lot of hiking and mountainous activities to do around that area. Well, honey, what do you say we grab some lunch?
I'm starving. Tengo hambre.
Let's get some food.
Also, what's great about these vlogs is Matt's hair has been on point.
Saltwater.
The saltwater makes his hair crazy cool.
Curls for the girls, baby.
Curls for the girls. We're obviously vehicle people. We like really cool vehicles, and Costa Rica has so many really cool vehicles. So there's different types of camper vans, there's different types of trucks, and different types of just all sorts of fun, unique vehicles. So it's been kind of fun to spot out and be like, wow, cool. Don't mind our redness. It is pretty warm today. It's probably the warmest it has been since we've been here.
So we are in Surasa right now, and this is what's called a soda. Soda isn't a drink you drink here in Costa Rica. It's actually a type of a restaurant, kind of similar to like the casual dining of a taqueria in Mexico. So in Costa Rica, generally speaking, sodas are the most affordable place to eat, and that's something we're always looking for. When we were in Mexico, we basically only ate at taquerias, and in Costa Rica, we're doing a lot of our time here in sodas. We came for ceviche and they don't have it. Bummer. But we're just gonna share a plate and then get a smoothie somewhere else.
Agua naturales. It's basically a strawberry smoothie, kind of, but it's with water instead of milk, but you can get it with milk, and I prefer it with water, and it is delicious.
It's basically a slushie, but with real strawberries, so that's awesome. None of that 7-Eleven stuff. Another thing that I think is really cool here is that all of the roof is covered with coffee bags from coffee beans. So that's pretty cool. The one above me is from Nicaragua. Okay, so this is what's called a casado, and it's generally speaking one of the most affordable things that you can get here, and this is a chicken casado. So casados usually come with rice, a meat, beans, and then some sort of veggie or salad. If you're from the south at all and you know what a meat in three is, it's basically a Costa Rican meat in three. And today, we got ours with chicken, because I didn't have ceviche. It's alright. But yeah, let's dive in. Chicken is really, really good, and the hot sauces have actually been really spicy since we've been here. Funny thing, different town we were in, we went to a great ceviche restaurant. We miscommunicated in Spanish when he said only put a little bit. We heard it's only a little bit spicy. It burned us a little bit, but it's really good if you portion it right. Now you're all caught up with what's going on over here.
We're here in Costa Rica. We look forward to sharing some of this adventure with you guys in the next coming weeks.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited to be traveling a little bit again, and excited to share it all with y'all.
Hasta luego!
Pura vida, baby.